A strong start isn't promised. For too many children, it's a battle. A struggle before they ever set foot in a classroom, not knowing their ABCs, not knowing how to write their name, not knowing they're already behind. Kindergarten isn't just letters and numbers, it's confidence. It's stability, it's a foundation for everything ahead. But too many children start behind, and when you start behind, it's hard to catch up.
Nearly half of children in our region start kindergarten unprepared.
How do you think starting behind affects someone later on? Well, I think it causes a lot of frustration. Whenever you start behind, you lose confidence, you lose drive.
Half of fourth graders in our area struggle to read at grade level.
Over half of local children live in low-income households.
1 in 3 renters in our region are at risk of losing their housing. Describe what safe, stable housing means to a family. So there's a little girl who was here. She's a recent graduate. Mom was just trying to survive. The whole family just trying to make it through one day at a time. So I met her. She had garbage bags filled with items. She had 6 kids in the van and everything they owned in that van. So I was able to make some more phone calls, help with emergency hotel room that night. Today, I am pleased to say that that child and the whole family are in stable housing. But it was a journey, and throughout that journey, the child wasn't focused on learning. She couldn't, because she didn't know, is it gonna be another night that I'm just crowded in a van with my family and all that we own? You know, am I gonna sleep tonight? I don't know.
You have to start young when they're developing different thought processes and confidence and who I am as a person. And if you don't start that at a young age, you really see the impacts as they start becoming young adults.
Families here face challenges like an addiction, domestic violence, and lack of basic needs. Why does having support during hard times matter? I could relate to that because of my mom. I didn't have a full domestic abuse going towards me, but it hurt me emotionally and sometimes a little physically, throwing things at me. Money in our family has always been tight, so I've always had to work for my money since I was 14 years old. I've worked 2 jobs this senior year. Sometimes I have to pay for bills at home, and it's hard.
I grew up without a father, a single mother household, very low income. Growing up with money being tight, everything is tight. The clothes I wear, the things I get to do for fun, and the things I have to do.
When my dad told me that we only had $5 for like 2 weeks, he made it clear to me that I needed to step up.
When we come together, we give a child the tools they need to thrive. We give a family the support they never had. We turn struggle into strength.
Going on these school field trips and getting financial assistance for my dual credit class has really helped me.
And so when they came back in and I found out the scholarship happened and it was like $200, it made me cry. In a way, it was like relief that I know I had someone to help me.
The United Way funded my ACT again and helped me to bump up my scores.
And this has allowed me to be able to enjoy life and not being so stressed out about what I'm gonna do next. Now I have a plan.
Each of us plays a role. Parents, teachers, volunteers, businesses. One hand at a time, we create something bigger than ourselves.
Think about the future of our community. What gives you hope? In order for the kids to really do as well as they can in school, they need to be focused on school.
The impact that kindergarten readiness has on kids that are unprepared is generational.
Confidence is what it's all about. And you have to learn early to be confident.
United Way is important because its impact helps all around, not just with food, not just with education, not just with childcare.
You know, working with United Way, you can have that confidence that it's really going to go to people who need it, and it's going to be here local.
It's amazing the partners that we have and what United Way does for our community.
All around making people in our community thrive and live a better life and feel supported.
Without the funding for my classes, I feel like I'd be in a scarier position right now.
All of this wouldn't be here without United Way.
Having that scholarship from, United Way, and from the people that just want to donate to help students like this, it makes a huge impact on their life.
This is what change looks like. This is what impact feels like. And it all starts with you. Change begins with one hand, one choice, one act. Be the hand that changes everything.